Hello, this is Rick, and welcome to the directcaster.com podcast. Today, we're going to have a special presentation just about the top 10 reasons that you should have your very own Roku channel. A lot of people ask, what are the reasons I should have my Roku channel? How is it different than anything else? And while we do Roku channels, we do Fire TV channels, we do iOS and Android apps and Apple TV apps. We do think that having a Roku channel is quite special. All the other channels are very, very good. We do them all. They all help, but Roku has something special, and today we're going to go over a few of the things that are going to be great for you having your Roku channel. So I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe if you like this video, and without further ado, we're going to get right into today's content. So we're going to look at an article here that we have written on our website called the top 10 reasons that you should have your own Roku channel. We're going to kind of go over these reasons each one at a time. So we're going to start out with the very, very first reason. We're going to talk about reaching a global audience. Yeah, it's really important to understand that Roku has millions and millions and millions of viewers worldwide. And so the first reason is that you want to get your content out there in front of millions and millions of viewers. That is the very first reason that you want a Roku channel. And Roku is a great way to do that. I'm going to tell you something else. Of all the platforms we have, the best search algorithms are on Roku for you getting found. Yeah, that's the goal. You want your content to get found. It's really, really important. If you go to Roku, it has the best search algorithms and your content is found. You know what else that means? Because there are so many people are finding your content and people are watching it. And Roku, like no other platform, offers that ability. The second reason is the monetization opportunities. And it is another way for you to monetize your content or your business. So let's talk about just briefly the monetization opportunities that we have. So the first monetization opportunity, and the one that we like the best, is subscriptions. Subscriptions to your content are your number one way to gain revenue when it comes to monetization of Roku channels. So that's the number one. Number two is a supporting revenue, advertising revenue. Now, of advertising revenue, there's two types of advertising revenue. There is direct ad sales, sales of ads that you sell yourself. Our platform allows you to intermix your own commercials with brokered commercials. So you can play your own commercial ad blocks, and you can also check brokered ad blocks. That's from brokers. We have a large variety of options when it comes to these ads. There are large companies, large ad providers that require you to have tens of thousands of ad views a day, about 10,000 to start with. However, there are lots of smaller providers who allow you to monetize a much smaller inventory. And so we look at ad revenue as something that is added to the top of subscriptions. And when I first started out in the business, I kind of thought that ad revenue was going to be my number one way to make money. As I have found over the years, if you want to monetize your Roku channel, the number one way that you're going to do that is to sell subscriptions. And you can do that. We have some very innovative ways where we work ads together with subscriptions. Ads basically motivate the users to take out subscriptions. So it's quite a unique concept, and that is a really great method when it comes to a reason why you should monetize your Roku channel. The third reason is brand visibility. So again, I'm talking about millions and millions of potential viewers for you out there. Now, if you have a business, let's say you have a business, you want to get the word out about that business. Let's say you create a new product, or you have a business such as a real estate agency where you need to get the word out about homes you're offering or products you're offering as a manufacturing business. You can do that on a Roku channel. You can get your brand out and get your brand visible. One little favorite trick we like to do is we like to connect what it is, what type of product you have or service you're offering, and connect that to a lot of keywords that people may be looking for. So when we look at brand visibility, we try to look for our customers for a way to make their brand more visible to those millions and millions of users that are out there on the Roku platform. We're going to talk about cost-effective distribution. Now, I'm a little old, not too bad, but getting there. So what I remember is the old-fashioned way of television advertising. We had something called cable insertions, and we could get our product or service out there and inserted in the local cable company. And that was a pretty expensive way to do it, but you would get people, and you would get people to notice your product and service. You could pay that cable provider a certain amount of money, and he would run your ads a certain amount of times. He or she would run your ads. Well, today we have a lot lower cost distribution than that. That is streaming distribution. And much of streaming distribution is free distribution. Now, nothing is totally free. But when it comes to pricing out the thousands and thousands you used to pay to have old cable ad insertions compared to now where you could have your streaming channel operating all the time, it is much more cost effective now to use streaming as an option to have a cost effective distribution channel for your content. The next thing we have is content control. It is very true that the content is now completely under your control. And that's really important. With our platform, we allow you 100% control over your content. You determine what is played when. So now you have complete content control, and you can decide what to publish and when to publish it. So no longer are you, for instance, in the old cable model, you were just you can produce one ad and that's all you could say. And then you would have to produce another ad and do a whole nother media buy to get something else out. Now you can change even overnight. You can say, today I want to show this content and tomorrow I want to launch a new video. And that message is still getting out there and it's still being effective. So being able to control your content and change it at a minute's notice is a really important feature of a reason why you should have your own Roku channel. The sixth reason is you want to engage your audience. That's right. You want to find out who your audience is and you want to engage them. So you'll find your audience, you engage your audience, and you get results. So our advanced channel package has something very interesting. It allows people to click a little button up on the top of the Roku channel that says, hey, I want to join this channel's email list. That email is then sent to your CRM system, or it's sent to your email address. Now that person has expressed interest. They have expressed interest in your products and your services. You got them through your Roku channel. They just clicked a button. That sent their email and their name and information to you. That is customer engagement. They were watching you. They were able to express interest very quickly just by clicking a button, and that creates engagement. Now you can invite them to your social media platforms. You can invite them to dialogue with you. You can engage them directly through direct mail campaigns. You now have that important connection of getting their email address and their contact information. Now, don't worry, all that information is legally obtained. Roku basically tells the user when they're going to do that. You're deciding to share this with this channel. If that's okay, go ahead and click yes, it is okay. The user then authorizes that information and that information is sent to you. It's very easy, it's very effective, and it's 100% agreeable on all parties and all sides. The user does agree to send you that content, so everything's good and that user can engage with you. That is in our advanced channel package. Please remember to ask about that if you contact us to build a channel for you, which we'd be very happy to do. So let's talk about also a bunch of diverse content options. So you can have a lot of formats, includes videos, live streams, and you can also have some on-demand content. Now, on-demand content means that you can put content behind a paywall. Users can look through a certain amount of your content for free, but they can say, hey, I want to go and I want to get a special look at that extra content behind that paywall. they can go ahead and subscribe behind that paywall and they can get that. So you have a lot of diverse content options. We do have packages that support live streaming. Live streaming is a very important thing that a lot of people want to do. We have the way to get that live stream on your local Roku app. So please be sure to ask us about that. How do I get my live stream on that local Roku app? But making sure that you have that diverse content option out there is really, really important. The eighth reason is that your own Roku channel is very easy to update. You can change the content whenever you want, whenever you feel like it. So you have very, very easy to update content that responds, it's very nimble, and it responds exactly to when you want it posted and when you want to change it. It's very easy to update content. And the ninth reason is that we are going to offer you a competitive edge by having a Roku channel. Yeah, maybe you have a competitor. Maybe that competitor isn't offering a Roku channel. Or maybe that competitor is just on YouTube. They didn't decide to go out to the apps. They didn't decide to have a Roku channel. That gives you a competitive edge. Also, because your content is getting out there in front of millions of Roku viewers, your content can be seen by those viewers, and that gives you a competitive edge, especially against competitors that aren't doing the same things. So the 10th reason to have a Roku channel is that you're going to want to future-proof your content strategy. That means that you want to be on the cutting edge. You want to be able to say, you know what? I'm not going to be lagging behind. I'm going to future-proof my content. It's a little tongue twister there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to future-proof that content, and I'm going to make sure that whatever comes out, I'm on top of it, and I'm on new media, and my message is getting out on new media. If you're a content provider and you're only providing content on a few platforms like like YouTube, you really want to move to a much more comprehensive platform like Roku, where you can do more things and people can download your specific channel and they can watch your content. You don't have to fight with the rest of the YouTube content. I love that when you're on YouTube, you're always fighting with other people that have the same content, because YouTube just constantly tries to match you up between people that might have content like yours. What if those people it's trying to match you up with are a competitor? And what if it's trying to send a customer to a competitor right after they watch your content? Or you're a blogger, and YouTube says, hey, there's a blogger that's just like you, or there's a content creator just like you. We're going to shove them over there next. You don't really want that. With a Roku channel, you basically tunnel in. It's your content, and as long as that person is watching your channel, they're only seeing your content, and they're not being advertised to go elsewhere and to look at other content. So in conclusion, creating your own Roku channel is a great strategic move for you. It's the move you want to take. If you've been thinking about creating your own Roku channel, or you have a Roku channel and you'd like to move it to somewhere who's a little more cost effective, because the bottom line is this. This is a business where you have to be having an affordable service. An affordable service means when you run the numbers, when you crunch the numbers at the end of the month, everything has to make up and make sense. Everything has to add up. That's what we help people doing. We've been doing that for years now, because what we look for is we look for the most effective and the most cost-effective way to get your content out there. And we also teach you tips and tricks of very effective ways to get noticed in that Roku marketplace. So remember, Roku is just one of the platforms we offer. Fire TV, Apple TV, Android, iOS. We offer all those platforms in addition to Roku. So go ahead and take that leap today. If you've been thinking about creating that Roku channel, go ahead and contact us. We can create that Roku channel. We can make things work for you. And we thank you a lot today for listening to this podcast. We really appreciate it. And this is Rick, and saying next time you should join us again on the directcaster.com podcast. We'll reveal some other interesting secrets about creating your own channel. Thanks a lot, and take care.